is that money can't buy happiness. I actually think that this dovetails very well with money's the root of all evil that you were talking about. And I think this one gets extended too much into other things is my issue. Because I would agree that money itself does not buy you happiness. Just having money cannot make you happy. These are decisions that are of the head and the heart, right? Your mentality and your psychology and all these other things. But what I'm saying here is that I think this gets twisted to money can't buy me happiness. I don't even need to pursue it. I need to just find my happiness. And that's fine too. And if you can be happy without money, I think you can be happy with money. I think if you are unhappy without money, you might be unhappy with money, but you might also be happy with money. I see, especially the people that we work with, low income communities, places that people don't have savings or emergency savings, a lot of concern, worry, competition, lack of cooperation, lack of community, a lot of things that you see maybe more of in communities that are flourishing, communities that have resources, that people are more financially secure. I'm not saying that having money, having financial security guarantees you happiness, but I see people with opportunities to do the things that they want to do in life, to give their kids and their family the experiences that they want, express their love and gifts and charity, like you were saying, and do good for the world. They probably are most prominent in the households that have those financial resources. So while I'm saying that just adding money to the equation does not guarantee you happiness, I think it offers a lot of peace of mind. And with that peace of mind, security, and freedom, you can go out and find happiness. You can go and make your impact and dent on the world and do those things. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think we often hear that phrase and we think, I'm guilty of this too. I often am thinking wealthier, like I'm thinking like making more than what I'm making now. And will that make me happier? But like, we have to remember here that America in general is a really wealthy nation. Even our poorest people are wealthier than most people in the rest of the world. And I get it's relative because of how much things cost. But if you are able to make more money so that you can have food every day, you're wealthy compared to the rest of the world. Because there's a lot of people in the world that don't get to eat every day or barely get to eat anything every day, or they have to work all day long to just eat one meal, or they have to walk 8 hours to get water just to be able to cook. So if you go the other direction, then I do think money can bring happiness, because if happiness is just basic needs being met in just a daily fashion, I'm not even talking like ultimate convenience here. I'm just talking about getting to have 3 meals a day, getting to have breakfast every day versus not being able to eat for 2 days because there's no money. That's where I think it almost makes it easier to explain it that way than if you're talking about like a middle class person becoming an upper middle class person. I think that's where, at least as Americans, our mind tends to go first, is into that category. And then it's like, what do you need? Another car, another vacation? Is that bringing happiness? That's where I think if you can turn that more into the philanthropic type things, or like maybe you're giving to your family, or you're having people over, you're giving to your community, like you're the sharing of your wealth with others. I think that can make it easier to make the case for it there. But like on the flip side that I was just talking about, that's where I can really see it. I can honestly say, yeah, I do think it can bring some level of happiness, because holy cow, it makes a big difference if you're making enough to get those basic things.
And if you were to ask people, like, what would make you happy? Strip out the money. I'd like to be home more. I'd like to work less. I'd spend time with my kids, see them grow up. I would love to allow my kids to go to colleges that I didn't have an opportunity to. I would love to live closer to my parents so that I could take care of them in the old age. Couldn't we enable some of those things by having more money?
I agree.
So it's not that the money creates the happiness, but money gives us more opportunity. And I think with more opportunity, we have more chances to be happy. And when we don't have money, we almost have no opportunity at all except to be stressed about the money. And it is really hard to find any happiness, any contentment when you're under duress. So that's why I picked Money Can't Buy Happiness, because it's not that I don't agree with that in and of itself. It's that I think it is extended beyond, it is interpreted as, like you said, 20% more money. It won't make me 20% happier. No, I don't think it would. But that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying, like, where I see poverty, I don't see a lot of happiness. But where I see plenty in charity, I see more contentment. We're just talking about playing the odds here.